All right. Get the tweets going.
Ooh, ooh.
Get everybody fired up and ready to go.
You're so flyered up.
I mean, that's not what I said, but yeah. So what I meant.
You know.
All right. We have Kelsey singing. Let's just welcome everyone that's joining in. You're getting to hear Kelsey.
Yes. Can I just tell you
fine
why?
vocals.
I know. Can I tell you why I'm singing?
Please.
Okay.
Please fill us all in.
All right. So today, so at school, it's Spirit Week. And today was sports day. And each day we have a karaoke wheel. And so you spin the wheel. And since it was sports day, it was like sports themed. So it was like either a team song, a song you would hear in a stadium, a line dance, or like a movement song. And so the stadium song that my one para suggested and then the one student selected was the Seven Nations Army. So now I have
that's why you're singing.
Stuck in my head. It's been in my head all day. Like all day since 9:45 today.
All right, well, there you go. There's the explanation as to why you were welcomed in with vocals from Kelsey. So there you have it.
You want more?
That's not why we're here, though. No, we're good. We're good. I think it's for everybody watching. We're okay for right now. Thank you, though. Maybe next time. Moving on, we are here. Flyers, Sabres tonight, 7:00. Hopefully, the perfect opponent for the Flyers right now is this Buffalo Sabres team. Losers of 2 straight. 1 against the Penguins, 1 against the Capitals. 2 games where it just wasn't a good performance. We were at Sunday night's game, and the first period was nice, and then they just looked tired, defeated, and there was no anything positive from the second period on. Buffalo comes in struggling mightily. I mean, this team is bad right now at Buffalo. And I swear to God, if this is the game that the Sabres decide that they want to play and figure things out and end up beating us, I am going to be very angry.
Yikes.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm putting it out there right now. The Flyers are not losing this game. If they do, I am going to be pissed. Carter Hart's in net. Coming off of, we've beaten Buffalo 3 times this year, all by a score of 3-0. So if you're looking to take a little prop bet as to the final score, 3-0 is looking pretty good. But yeah, I mean, Sunday night's game, like I said, we were there. First and foremost, it was incredible to actually be back. I don't know if you guys all read the blog that we put out about it, about our experience at the game. I don't know, it felt pretty normal, obviously, other than no one being near us.
Yeah. And wearing a face mask. Like, Keith was walking outside and he was like, I think this was the longest I've kept a face mask on for like a period of time. Yeah. And that's like honestly the only difference. I think with teaching all day, I'm so used to it, so it didn't really bother me. If you have the luxury of working at home or you work in an office where no one is there, so you don't have to wear a mask, I think it could get a little uncomfortable for people. But at the same time, it wasn't bad. I liked it. I mean, I'm not complaining. I didn't have any strangers like elbowing me, spilling their beer on me, and I didn't have to get up for people. That's like the worst when like people, you have to stand up to let people in the row. So it was very nice. And we didn't have anyone until like row 5 behind us that we actually saw someone in our section. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a people person. I think I've made that pretty clear. So it was nice not having to bump shoulders with somebody you didn't know. And like you said, didn't have to get up and stand up for anybody. Didn't have to worry about people spilling on you. It was pretty quick getting into the building. Listen, if I have to sit there and wear a face mask like I did to watch the Flyers in person, I'll do it right now. That's fine. I have no problems with that. It wasn't bad. They did a really good job of maintaining social distance with everybody. They did it. When we pulled up to the stadium, my first thought was when we saw the line out front, I was like, wow, this questionnaire thing is going to take a while. That's just the way it looked. But I mean, we were in within 10, 15 minutes of getting there. So it was awesome.
Yeah, you just waited in a line. There was like a big list of questions, which was like 5 questions, and you had to answer yes or no. Whether you came in contact with someone, you've had symptoms in the last 24 hours. And I did notice, so one of the rules is going in, like you can't have a bag. And off to the side before you went through the questionnaire, there was a security guard, and they put the lockers that they use outside of the link. If you have a bag, that you could put your bag in there. So I also thought that was kind of nice. But I mean, it's kind of weird. Like you're only allowed a little wallet or a clutch, and like for a female aspect, like that is like I felt naked that I didn't have a purse on me. So I was like, oh gosh. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah,
we talked about we didn't mention in the blog post you throwing your phone at the poor lady that was accepting your parking pass.
Oh my god!
You pull up, Kelsey's driving, and she literally throws her phone out of the car to the lady to scan her parking pass. It was.
I felt so bad. I was like, "There goes my phone." I was like, "I am so sorry." But so the thing is, you can buy your parking beforehand to make it contactless, which I did. And so like scanning it just flew at the lady. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God. She's like, no, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm like, my bad.
I will say I was not one. I was not perfect as well. We got up to do the questionnaire, and the lady is looking right at me and is asking me the questions. And I was just staring back at her with
She's like you need to answer these. And you're like,
I was like,
oh,
right. You're talking to me. So we got off to a hot start going in, but we did make it in, and we ended up on the news somehow, right away. They're like, hey, you guys.
They're like, yeah, you guys are. Cool. We're like, yeah, hello. I like our good Flyers. That was a cool experience. I didn't think they would actually use us. Like,
yeah, I was not expecting that either, but hey, pretty cool. Obviously not the results we wanted, but like I said, great to be back at the Wells Fargo Center. Looking forward to hopefully getting to a few more games this year, and hopefully next time it's a win, because that's the most important thing. And they need to get back on track, and I think it does start tonight. I mean, like I said, this Buffalo team is bad. They are very, very bad right now. Jack Eichel's out tonight with an upper body injury, so we don't have to worry about one of their superstars.
Mm-hmm.
The Flyers need to come out and dominate this game. I need to see a dominant performance. If they don't come out with a dominant performance tonight, I'm going to be a little scared as to what's going to happen going forward, because the schedule doesn't get easier. It's not like we're in here and we only have one game against Buffalo too. This is a makeup game from a little earlier on. So We've got Buffalo tonight, and then Thursday we've got the Capitals again, and then Saturday Washington again. So this is like a nice little break for the Flyers here, because it's like, hey, you've lost 2 straight to 2 decent teams. Here's a Tuesday night game against the Buffalo Sabres, which you guys should win, and you should win convincingly. Then you can get some momentum going into your weekend series coming up against the Caps. So I'm expecting big things tonight. I love the Flyers minus a goal and a half, because like I said, I do think they come out and they win this game pretty easily. I'm expecting Giroux to get the boys going. I'm expecting a big game out of Kevin Hayes too. I want him. I have him as my first goal scorer tonight. He just seems like he's due to score a goal. He's been a little quiet offensively as of late, and I think he's going to pick things back up, and we'll get him going again. We already mentioned Carter Hart in net for the Flyers, looking to bounce back after Sunday night's game, which, I mean, he didn't play bad. Again, this is not
right. Play bad.
It's not Carter Hart's fault. Like, the team in front of it, they started the first period of Sunday night's game was fantastic.
Right.
One of the best periods they've played all season. The second and third period were the 40 of the worst minutes of hockey I've seen them play.
Yeah, I agree. And I said at the game, I was like, okay, that last goal wasn't Carter Hart's fault.
No.
And it was a penalty that should have been called. And JVR wasn't there because there was just, I think, mayhem overall during that play. And I'm like, so technically it was 2-1. That goal didn't count. And he's like, I don't think that's how that works, but like if that's what your mind thinks, and like go for it. And I'm like, yeah. And so I don't think he had a bad game. Some of the calls were
the refs did not have a good game.
Yeah.
Some of the penalties that were called and some of the penalties that weren't called, and this is both ways, by the way. I'm not strictly being biased here. It was a very poorly officiated game. And, unfortunately, the Flyers ended up on the worst end of that on a couple of calls with Joel Farabee getting mugged by Zdeno Chara behind the play that led to, I think it was the third goal. And then there was an icing that should have been called or shouldn't have been called that was, and that led to another one. So it's like things shouldn't have been happening that they did the way they did. And, unfortunately that happens, but the Flyers also didn't do themselves any favors because they played very poorly in the second and third periods of the game. So a couple lineup changes tonight. The lines look a little bit different. We've got JVR, Coots, and Farabee staying together. Lawton is moving up to play with Hayes and Konechny. Then you've got Giroux moving back to the center position, playing in between Voracek and Limblom. And then Connor Bunnaman staying in the lineup along with Knack on that fourth line with Nolan Patrick in the middle. Provorov and Myers paired together on the top line as defense. Sanheim plays with Justin Braun. Eric Gustafson out of the lineup. Robert Haig back in, playing with Shane Gostisbehere. And once again, Carter Hart back in the net. And actually looks like they actually might be going with 7 defensemen, according to Charlie O'Connor of The Athletic, who tweeted out a couple minutes ago, based on line rushes, looks like Flyers might be going with 7 defensemen tonight. So it could be Eric Gustafson in the lineup instead of Connor Bunnaman, who is not on the ice. So a little bit of a different look. 7 defensemen tonight for the Flyers, possibly. Obviously, nothing's official until puck drop. Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. As for Buffalo, their big thing, like I said, Jack Eichel not in the lineup tonight. This team, it's I don't know. I bet on the Sabres a lot because I just think that they're a talented team and they are bad. Like they've been bad.
6,
really
14, bad. And 3. They are.
And that's the thing. I keep betting on them because it's like they have to win eventually.
Right.
Like they have to. And that's this is a team that I thought was going to be much better at the beginning of the year. Like coming into this season, I was like, oh, the Sabres, look, they just got Tower Hall. Jack Eichel's going to be healthy back, and they've been bad. I honestly still don't understand how their head coach, Ralph Kruger, still has a job right now. They've lost, I think it's 6 straight. Hopefully the Flyers make it 7. Let me double check on that number. I think it is 6, but I'm not.
You're not sure. 100%.
They lost to the Islanders 3 times, all by a score of 5-2. Which, how weird is that? They've lost to 2 teams by the same score 3 times. They've lost now to the Islanders 5-2 3 times this past weekend, and they've lost to us 3 times 3-0.
That's interesting.
That's weird. Is it not? That's a little bit of a weird tidbit.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just noticing it right now, so
maybe it's a sign.
Maybe it is. And if Flyers win 3-0 tonight, don't say I didn't tell you so. Because, like I said, they've already beaten them 3-0 a couple times.
Yep.
And hopefully tonight that continues.
Yes.
I think we're going to have a guest join us here shortly, Kels. I'm not going to tell you who it is. But someone may be popping in Just waiting to confirm a text message. So we'll see. We may have a guest. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Who?
I'm not telling you. I can't tell you. It's a surprise guest. We're full of surprise here at Ginger Thread.
Clearly.
Kelsey doesn't even know about this one. Let me.
What is happening?
Let's see. I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while we're waiting for mystery guests, what are your predictions tonight?
I kind of feel like it's gonna be like, I don't want to jinx it, but like 3-0. I feel like they're gonna get back in the swing of things. I want to say JVR scores. I'm gonna jump on the train with you and say Kevin Hayes.
Okay.
I really think he needs to start producing. And I'm gonna do benefit of the doubt. Nolan Patrick, man, come on, your time to shine. We had this conversation at the game.
We did.
Which made me very upset that you even said this.
Okay. Here's my thing.
Let the people hear what you said.
Yes, because it's not. I don't think it's a bad take, and it's not really a hot take either. I don't think personally. Kelsey, you obviously have a love for Nolan Patrick, so you're very biased when it comes to him.
Yes, I am.
I get that the dude missed a year. He missed an entire year. He didn't have much of a training camp. He's starting to get his legs going now, back into the swing of an entire season. I get it. He's putting in the effort. If you watch the games, you can see him trying. And listen, all credit to him. He is doing his best, it seems. But maybe he's not as good as we thought. I'm not saying I'm ready to give up on him, because I'm not. Like I said, I see him out there. I see him trying to get himself going, he's being a lot more physical recently, which I like that. But he's just not producing. Like, he's not scoring. He's not really getting many points. He's not doing enough number-wise for me to where it's like, all right, well, this guy's untouchable, because he's not at this point. I gave him, 20-something games into the season now? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And here comes a special guest.
Oh.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm driving to the gym. No big deal. Finally squeezing in some time today. Very busy day. Tomorrow, 8 a.m., I'm speaking in front of a panel of entrepreneurs.
Wow.
For how to start podcasting. So they want me to speak to teach them how to start podcasting and spread the word of their business. So, just out here grinding as usual.
Well, you should maybe touch on how to lose a bet too, because clearly that's what you've been good at today. For those of you that don't follow us on Twitter, I was being generous to the people today. I was being generous, sending out some gambling picks. The ACC tournament started today, college basketball. And I was like, you know what? Let me just toss out my pick. So I put the Miami Hurricanes on the money line. And a certain person that has now joined this show decided to chime in and say, wow, never been more confident in a pick. And he showed a picture of Pittsburgh -3. Well, hey, Joe, you want to tell him what happened in that game?
So I've heard stories that maybe Pittsburgh did end up losing that game to Miami. All rumors, none yet confirmed.
No, it is confirmed. The money has been into my account.
All right, so let me tell you what happened with that pick. I saw your Miami pick, and I didn't even see who they were playing, and I was like, I'm taking the other side. And then when I saw the juice,
understandable,
I was like, all right, -168. I can't take Pittsburgh -168. I'll take them with the spread. I actually almost bought the hook to get them down to -2.5. But you beat me fair and square. And then I saw you drop Duke. I don't even know what Duke did today, but I was going to blindly go the other way at that. And then I saw it was Boston College, and I was like, I can't go 0 for 2 today. So I actually kind of like the Duke pick -13.
Listen, I'm just giving out winners already. All right.
You gave out winner.
No, I gave out 2. Duke covered. The -13. Duke covered.
I figured
officially.
They would. I'm glad I didn't take that. I'm glad I didn't.
So I'm just saying, I am getting prepared for our Viget challenge coming up next Saturday, where I will be taking CEO Joe's money, taking candy from a baby, So sponsored by Stateside Vodka. So make sure you tune into Brandon Sports for that next Saturday. My pick for tonight, Joe. Flyers -1.5. So if you want to take the opposite, by all means, you can lose again.
No.
But Flyers win at least 4-0.
Kelsey, the guy wins 2 picks, and all of a sudden he's smelling himself.
If you've noticed, we haven't done Walsh's winners, and clearly correlation there.
But, okay, Walsh's winners has been a football-centric picks.
And
so that was a
football
Walsh's time.
Walsh's winners, big time fugazi, because you're just picking spread. So you're like, I'm like 78%. You're like, yeah, no shit.
A win's a win, all right? I don't want to hear it. No negativity here. Good vibes only. Positive vibes.
Kansas City versus Cincinnati. I think I'm going to take Kansas City at home. No spread, though. Yeah,
yep.
No shit, Walsh.
Listen, you don't got to like it, but you got to respect the numbers.
I'm always going to respect you doing your thing. Well, all right, so -1.5. We got Flyers tonight, -1.5.
Flyers -1.5. Oh, Jesus. We did not need that on the show. Flyers -1.5, and I also like the Lightning -1.5 for another NHL pick tonight. So if you want to ride with Walsh tonight,
I'm going to ride the Flyers pick with you. I will say too, last night had a 5-pick parlay because there was no NBA basketball on last night. 5 legs, $5 to win 135, and I lost it on the Avalanche money line at home, and they're like -260 or something last night. It was absolutely atrocious.
That is tough.
Is that your pre-workout? You're not a scoop guy. You're a shaker guy.
Yeah, that's a young man's game. I'm past that. I'm way past that.
Yes, for those of you that don't know, CEO Joe is in fact old. So just make sure we get that out there as well.
I come on your show. I'm a guest to your program. I'm delivering laughs.
Hey,
and information.
I have to keep up with this whole trash talk going. All right, I got to get this rivalry going, building up to this Viget challenge we got coming up. There's no friends. All right, come Saturday, March 20th. There's no friends. It is nothing but enemies.
I can't. I'm gonna mop the floor with you, and I'm gonna ruin your Saturday. I'm gonna ruin it. I plan on
not possible.
It. I'm just not. Yeah. I'm gonna be right in your face the whole time. You ever seen the movie Liar Liar?
Great movie.
Okay, you know the part where the bad woman, she tries to pull him in the office, and he goes off on that whole rant where he's basically roasting everybody, and she's all pissed off because it all works out in his favor. And there's that moment where he's screaming, laughing 2 inches from her face all day Saturday. Just wait. That's all day Saturday. Kelsey's going to be like,
I will be ready.
All right, good. I hope you are ready.
I am ready. And the joy I am going to get when you realize that I am actually good at gambling. And this has all been a whole big shtick since the day I started, where it's like, oh, Walsh can't gamble. Walsh is bad at gambling. It's all playing chess over here, not checkers, all right? It's been a long play, and it all comes to a conclusion Saturday, March 20th, when I dominate everyone else in this Branded Sports Challenge.
We shall see. Until then, it's back day, ladies and gents. I'm getting out of here.
Pump some iron.
For your workout.
Hell yeah.
So there you have it. CEO Joe, the surprise guest, popping in. So, yeah, Flyers, Sabres coming up shortly. Kelsey gave her picks. I gave mine for the most part. I do love Kevin Hayes to score the first goal tonight. That's that one, and I love the Flyers to win by at least 2 goals.
I was going to say 3.
Well, actually, yeah, you got 3-0. I'm going to say it's not going to be 3-0 again. There's no way. There's just no way. I'm going to say 5-2. I think the offense, the power play.
Yeah, power play really gets us. And we talked about this too. Like, watching them in person, I think it was a lot harder to like be like, oh my God, our power play is actually horrible. They can't keep the puck in in their end. Like, then plus like towards the end of the game, like everyone was just like slipping and sliding, and we're like, what is happening?
That was weird, and we didn't really touch on this. And it was only the Flyers players. I don't know what it was, but the amount of times that our guys were hitting the ice, like slipping.
Like Carter Hart fell. Like, and someone like tapped him, like not even like anything hard. It was just like a little like bump skate by him. He literally was on the ice, and then he's like gets back up, and I'm like, what? Like, what even happened? Like, nothing really happened, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, so hopefully tonight either their skates are better or the ice is better. But after watching it in person, you can't blame it on the ice because the Capitals players were not falling down. It was strictly Flyers players that I saw hitting the ice like crazy. I don't know I really don't know what happened. I don't know how to explain it, but I haven't seen players falling like that on one team at least. Usually if it's an ice issue, you see both teams like have guys struggling, but this was, I think Myers went down once or twice.
And definitely went down. Yeah.
Did Voracek a couple times. So whatever issue they had on Sunday night, hopefully that is resolved, and hopefully tonight it's a much better performance. I'm expecting it to be. Hopefully we're not let down. Hopefully it's just an easy breezy win to get our Tuesday night finished. Get them back on track for Thursday night against the Capitals. So that's pretty much all we have. Kelsey, got anything before we get out of here?
No, that's all I got.
All right. Well, make sure you're following along with us on social media. We'll be live tweeting the game as always. Make sure you check out Branded Sports. Oh, we actually did I did want to touch on one other thing before we get out of here. ESPN has become the NHL's TV deal is up at the end of the season with NBC. So it is unofficially official that ESPN is now agreed to a 7-year deal with the NHL to be one of their media TV partners for next season. That's not saying they are the strict only TV partner. NBC is still bidding to be a part of it. So it looks like the NHL is going to have a couple different media outlets as their TV sponsors going forward for this new deal they have. So that was one big thing of news that came out today. Our guy over at NHL Rumors Daily, he's been on that story for about 2 years now and doesn't get the credit he deserves, but he was right once again. So,
and I was going to say, if you can't get a hold of Flyers tickets, so we were very fortunate enough that we have connections, but if you want to enjoy a live hockey game, I highly suggest Phantoms tickets because single tickets did go on sale today. So there you have it.
There you go. If you can't go to the Flyers, head up to the Lehigh Valley area, go to a Phantoms game, just as fun. See some of the up-and-coming young talent. And
they've been on fire, so.
Yes, they have. So that'll do it for us. Flyers Sabres coming up shortly. Like I said, follow along with us on Twitter. And we will see you guys on Thursday for Flyers Capitals, most likely.